Thank you, and we will take the question and answer. I think Assemblyman has to go.
I just have one question for you.
Yeah.
In that if you are going to graduate people earlier, like at the age of 19, will that bring down the cost of education?
Yes,
One of
it
the
will.
major problems, social problems we have with the high cost of education, the students coming out with a high amount of loans, and
This is a unique solution because you're having the college kids really in a high school environment. And the education in a high school environment is less than that in college. And more than that, even our school, it takes less money than what the public school, you know, it costs us about $6,000 per kid to educate them, you know, through the whole spectrum of things.
You don't have, I think, you do not have high school, they're graduating with a college degree at a high school age, not in the high school. They are still studying the college subjects.
No, they're doing the college subjects.
I think that you made
But no, there's not an error.
No, there is an error.
Okay, let me tell you what your perceived error is that these kids are remaining in AVA, and in AVA, the curriculum is such that they will be able to graduate with their their degrees, bachelor's or master's, but that has to be in consultation with the university, where the university will approve that curriculum. But they are coming to the high school.
No, they're coming to a building, not high school. They're coming to a building. You still have to create.
Okay,
You still have to
that's
create,
a technical, a very technical thing.
No, you still have to create all the facilities required for them to learn.
Yes, and they will be in a building, but in that building will also be extended to a college.
I
you
think
know,
the theory
campus.
here is super accelerating their learning techniques. They are learning faster
Yes.
than usual because of the various theory that you presented there.
The level 5, 6, and 7 is not disjuncted or separated from the level K to 4.
Yeah, no, that's not what I mean. I think your concept of saying that they will finish the degree in high school, that is not what it is.
Okay, let's say high school age.
Yes, that's what I'm trying to get
it
to.
is.
That's what I'm trying to get
You
to.
are right.
Graduating much faster rate.
At high school age, they will finish there.
Yeah, but cost is, still there is cost because in the high school, wherever building you have to create all the facilities that the university has. All the labs.
No. And I'll tell you why. These students have access to the University of Massachusetts labs, recreation facilities.
Somebody has paid for that already.
Wow.
Somebody has paid for that.
We're shortening the period. That's what it is.
Yeah, we're
Everything
shortening
else
the period,
remains
yeah.
the same. Only instead of taking
The
25
semantics of
years.
that, we can figure it out
Right,
with
right,
the
yeah. Right. So I just want to take a quick break because
Yeah.
he's very pressed with the time. Whole day he's been on the road, and I'm sure he has several other meetings. Thank you for coming, and if you could make some, think about this for the future, when you become congressman, how you're going to alter the education system in this country to save time and money, right? And make them entrepreneurs rather than employees. If you want to make some closing remarks,
okay,
and then
try that.
yeah,
Try
please,
it.
thank you.
I came in towards the end of it, I think. No, one of the challenges I see the education system in America facing is that children who are supposed to learn certain things, there are always groups of children, they're very smart kids, so they're accelerated programs, they're getting bored because they're advanced courses and all that. But there are many, large percent of the students, they are not learning the subject when they're supposed to learn them. Instead, they are go to community colleges, and then they're taking remediation classes, and thereby what could have been taught at $1,000 costs $5,000. So thereby, another thing is that supposed to be time bound. One of the things we talked about, time bound. If you have a community college, you're supposed to go for 2 years. That was when about 20 years ago, it was supposed to be 2 years. Now students go to community colleges, they take a lot longer, and sometimes they take 3 years and 4 years. And then 4-year colleges, they go and then they take a lot longer than 4 years.
Well, the average graduation age for colleges is 5.5 years.
So
Yeah.
that is Yeah, so that is, I think one of the things, one of the challenges in the United States, at least in New Jersey, I see facing is that the high cost of education. And of course we have two aspects of it. One is the administrative cost. They are very high. And so we have to reduce the cost of administration. Then you have to invest more money in the instruction, the classroom instruction. And with the advance of technologies, they are able to learn a lot of things, but they have too many distractions. And whether because they are bored or something, they are not paying attention when they are supposed to be paying attention. And some of them, and not all of this. You cannot generalize all of that. So in order to do that, we have to K through 12, kindergarten through 12th grade, and our public school system is very good, but the teachers are falling behind. They are not able to keep up with the technology, and they are not able to, again, not all of them, I just want to make sure, they are not able to keep the students engaged and challenging in the classroom. And that's one of the things. The other problem I see is that there is so much focus on children with learning disabilities and all that, and our children who are not learning to their maximum potential. Some of the bright children, they are left behind. There's nothing. When you talk to the Commissioner of Education and all, they don't have anything for children who are very bright, and that is become a big challenge in the society here. I think another example I want to give you that if you take a bright student and you put them in Rutgers University, it's a state university here, and you produce, they are underachievers. They go there and they have a lot of partying and all this stuff. They don't produce as much. Same student you take, that bright student, you put them in Harvard or in one of the Ivy League schools. They are much different. I think the only thing I can think of is that competition brings the best in you. If you're competing with the people, you try to do that. So there are lots of things that can be done, but there are a lot of competing forces or obstructing forces there in order to make a lot of changes. But I think this is this accelerated education, I think, is a wonderful thing. I hope your students are producing a lot of patents and because
when they get to the other levels,
they have to do that. I think that's the important. When I was growing up and getting the education, there was tremendous emphasis on memorization, and I don't know. I don't recollect that I had a lot of application. I don't think so. I studied mathematics and physics, chemistry, and all in college level, but I studied social studies and mathematics and languages, English and all that. But I don't think I was ever mentally challenged to go and think very towards the research and things like that. I did not see that. But I see here, there are a lot of free thinkers. I see the kids, they are exposed to so many different things and they try to explore a lot of things. I did not have that, at least maybe, which is different now. I'm talking about when I was going to school. And even though the model is suggesting that, but I don't think that's being practiced when I was studying.
Well, one of the things you have mentioned is that competition brings the best out of us. But this is one of your challenge. You should bring that competition in the education system, and then you will see the best of the students.
That's the biggest challenge. A lot of,
I think the charter school movement was designed to bring some competition, but I do not know how it is received in the state or other places.
well, I think it's charter school, because of the very nature of the investment that goes along with it. There seems to be some, I guess, misuse of some places is misuse. For example, school system like Princeton Township or Princeton Borough, you don't really, the school system, the competition is already there. The kids are coming from very affluent families and they're already having, but they're creating a charter school there does not make sense, but they have charter schools there. So you have to figure out how that thing works. I do subscribe to the idea of creating magnet schools where you specialize certain things. A lot of times you learn everything, a little bit of everything, and you don't have a goal towards what you want to accomplish. You know, a lot of kids, when you ask them, what do you want to be when you grow up? You know, they don't know. So I think that type of focus and focused education could help.
Well,